Alright. Let us continue our adventure. Picking up where we left off at the Forgotten Crossroads. There may be interruptions this time around. There's been a storm blowing through my area, and the power has been flickering on and off for most of the day. It's been steady for the last few hours, so I'm hoping we've seen the worst of it for now. But if there is a sudden interruption, you know why. We'll attempt to come back if possible, but it may just decide to stay off. As my local power company, similar to my local ISP, has not discovered how to create waterproof cables yet. Or some similar excuse I'm sure they'd give. So, last time, we bought a bunch of new symbols from this merchant up here. Gained some new abilities, including a horizontal dash, which is going to be very useful for exploring the world. And we defeated 2 bosses. The mother up there, and we encountered a fellow knight, or what would appear to be a fellow knight, by the name of Hornet, who seemed to use a needle and thread as her weapon, rather than a nail, which would seem to be the standard weapon of Hollow Knights. I say Hollow Knights as now it seems we've discovered that there are more than one of us. Or other creatures similar to us. We may not be as solitary of a knight as I first imagined. But for now, I'm not entirely sure where I'm meant to be going next. So I think that I will make my way back to Greenpath and see if I'm able to discover anything new with my new horizontal dash ability. Will certainly make traversing the world much easier, as up until now we have not had so much as a double jump available to us. And I've seen several areas that were inaccessible due to my inability to maneuver myself in midair. So yes, for now, I believe we will be heading back to Greenpath in an attempt to discover more secrets in that area. I can think of one thing immediately that I wanted to look at. There was a corpse, or what appeared to be a corpse, stranded on a small alcove across a pit of acid. And that may be something we can get across now. This doesn't seem worth the risk. I will do it anyway. For all that lovely geo. Oh. Oh, that's not ideal. I sometimes forget just how fast those little beetle men can be. Oh, and what is this? Is this a hot spring? This looks like a pure pool of soul. Also looks very relaxing. Well, let's take a rest here. Let's see. Am I still on the right track? It would appear so. Let's pick up the pace and head back to Green Path. I'm sure there must be more I can do in that area now that I've discovered what would appear to be the area's iconic ability. That being the ability to dash in midair. As I go on, I find myself consistently impressed by this game's atmosphere. It all blends together very nicely. Especially the ambient sounds and the soundtrack in the background. Let's make our way up here. Am I still going the right way? Yes, I am. And we will dispatch these enemies, as now we have an incentive to do so, other than simple gain of geo. That being the Hunter's Diary that we've now been tasked with filling out. That one little bit of geo is having a little bit of trouble reaching me. Amusing. And I know there was something else in this area that I couldn't quite reach. An obstacle I couldn't get across. But I can't quite remember where it is at the moment. Maybe that would be a good use of those nondescript pins for placing on the map to mark areas that have treasure that I can't quite reach. Because even with a map, navigation is challenging in this game. It's quite a large area from what I've seen so far. Ah, now I can take this little shortcut up here with my ability to dash through the air. Makes little difference, but that's alright. It's more convenient than having to negotiate that smaller path down there. And we've made it back to Green Path. Oh. Hello. I've forgotten your name. Moss Creep, I believe it was? I'm not positive about that. Let's miss entirely with our vengeful spirit. And instead attack you with a nail. I might be able to visit the hunter again while I'm here and see if he has anything new to say to me. Oh, you cheeky little... Die. There we go. And another. Oof. Knocking them into the acid is a very gruesome way of finishing them off. Oh. Although throwing myself into the acid may be worse. Worse yet, doing it repeatedly. Let's try to be a little more competent, if at all possible. Sizzle, sizzle. Let's just avoid your gas attack. There are a lot of benches on the map I'm noticing. Far more than I thought we would be seeing. Ah, you almost got me, but I was too fast. And you can be slain. I don't believe there's any credit for killing these small bird creatures. But let's take a small break here and release those fireflies. What a sad life that must be. A firefly trapped in a lamp. There's more geo available here, which I will gladly take. Now would I be able to make this jump? Seems unlikely. Oh, no, I can. Lovely. But I don't believe that was the correct course of action. What I was going to say is I don't believe this is a new area. Oh, it may be. A shortcut unmarked on the map. Very interesting.